Good morning. Hey, wanted to let you know it is in the morning time, probably about 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's the middle of April. And my name's Richard. Welcome to Garden by the Yard. And I am going to be putting in some tomatoes and some peppers and starting the seeds. And I just wanted to take you along for that and show you how I do that. It's basically same way that I did the cabbage. And let me show you the seeds that I'm going to be putting in. Hang on just a minute. So we're going to be putting in some mini bell mix. I love those. They're great for canning. And going to do some California Wonders. They get really big. They're a big pepper, big green pepper turned into red pepper. These next ones, the Lessias, those are the sweetest peppers that I've ever grown. They are super good. They've got a thick skin on them. They make them perfect for making salsas. Turn just a beautiful teardrop red. Really impressed with that pepper. I've been growing them a couple years now. Going to put in some Ozark Giants. Kind of the same as the California Wonder. Starting off green, turning red. And then my favorite jalapeno of all time is Craig's Grande Jalapeno. And I get these from Baker Creek. They are a southern Missouri seed. And I've always had really good success with their seeds. One of my favorite tomatoes is a Jet Star. It's a hybrid tomato. I'm going to be planting a full tray of these. And then my absolute favorite tomato of all time is the Amish paste. The Amish paste, I can't say enough about this. You know, usually paste tomatoes are a very small tomato. These get very large and they are super sweet and just an overall great tomato. And then, of course, I'm going to be putting in just a few classic beef steaks. Let me get this going. I've got to get these trays filled and then I'll bring you back. Well, I have got all 4 seed trays filled. I filled them almost all the way up to the top, not quite to the top. I'm just going to be placing the tomato seeds right on the top and then just covering it very lightly. I mean, just barely covering the seed. This tray right here, I'm going to plant half in the Amish paste. And I have these markers that I put in to figure out which one is which. The other half is going to be in the hybrid Jet Star. Love those tomatoes. Get those from Baker Creek. And just another tab to tell me which is which. Let me get the seeds in here and then I will show you. I don't have a professional seed separator. All I do is I wet my finger and then I try to pick up 2 to 3 seeds on the end of my finger. And then I will place 2 to 3 seeds trying to get in the center of the cell. And once I've got that filled up, this side with the Amish paste and this side with the Jet Star, then I'll just lightly cover the seeds, put the dome over it and put it on the seed bed. And as soon as I get this done, I'll bring you right back. Well, I have all the seeds in and I put 2 to 3 in each cell, tried to get in the center of the cell. And I just took a little bit of soil and covered it up wet. You just want to keep the seeds moist. You don't want them sitting in a puddle of water, but you do want them moist. I'm just going to take the top, put it on there, and then put it in the seed bed. And then rinse and repeat with the rest of the tomatoes and peppers. Same process over and over again. As soon as I get everything planted and in the seed bed, I'll give you a picture. Well, guys, I've got them all planted. Kind of give you a close-up here. We've got the peppers down here. And I got the tomatoes on the end with everything marked. That's going to do it for this video today, guys. I appreciate you watching, and to the friends and family out there, there's going to be good things to eat soon. Enjoy your day, and God bless you and God bless your family. Good morning. Welcome to Garden by the Yard. My name's Richard. It is a wonderful Monday morning, and I don't have to be to work for another 5 or 6 hours, but I wanted to show you what the tomato plants have done. I know on the last video that you just saw, we just planted the tomato plants, but this is 7 days later that I'm shooting this video clip. And I want to show you that we're going to thin down the tomato plants. And I'm going to show you, I'm a little concerned about my peppers because I'm not getting any sprouts yet, but it hadn't been quite 2 weeks. So I'm not going to let myself get too nervous. Let me get the camera flipped around and I'll show you what we'll be doing. So I've got everything in the seed bed. Let me show you the pepper plants first. I mean, I've got a few stragglers in there. Well, not in this one, it doesn't look like, but I don't have anything coming up yet, and I've kept them moist. And this next one, this is also peppers. And I see one back there and one in the middle, but nothing just yet. But the tomato plants, my goodness, they have really come on. We're going to take those out and we're going to thin them down, and I'm going to put just a very light solution of fertilizer in the water. So let's get that done. Well, guys, I got the tomato tray, the 1020 tray out, and these particular tomatoes are Jets, cherries, spoon, and beefsteak. What is this one? These are Amish pastes on the end here and in the middle. I think I had some extras of those. What I do is I take a pair of tweezers like this, and I just pluck out until I have one plant remaining. And then I'm going to put some fertilizer on the bottom. Let me get this thinned out and I'll bring you right back. Well, I've got them thinned down to one plant per cell. I'm going to put these back on the seed bed and I'm going to grab that other tray. Be right back. This is the second tray of tomatoes. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to take my tweezers and also my fingers and just pluck these out to where I've only got one plant per cell. And let me get that done. Well, I've got all of them down to a single plant per cell. I'm going to take this, put this back on the seed bed. I am going to go out and get a 5-gallon bucket of water and just mix a very, very light solution of Miracle Grow in the water and then put it in the bottom of the trays here. I'll be right back. There you are. Hey, friends and family. I got a joke for you. What do you call a sad strawberry? A blueberry. Hey, let's get some fertilizer in these plants. I'll bring you right along. So we are going to take this bucket of Miracle Grow solution, and like I said, it's very, very light. I used 1 tablespoon, level tablespoon for 5 gallons of water. And we are going to take and put that at least a couple of quart jars into the bottom of that. And let me get the camera set up and we'll get that done. So let's slide this 1020 tray out. I'm going to get me some solution. Just lift up the corner and pour it right in. Get me a second one. A lot of times I'll put in 3, and I think I'm going to on this one. And that should do it. It'll soak that water right up through the top. And we're going to do the same thing with the second tray, the second 1020 tray of tomatoes. I'll be right back with you. Well, we're out on the deck. I'm going to be planting some basil Now this right here, I planted last year and I really enjoyed it. This other basil right here, this is a herb basil purple ruffles. I've never tried it. We're going to see how I like it. And then we're going to be putting in some oregano. And let me show you how things are going right now. Susan's daylilies are really looking good in these pots. And I have one volunteer, some kind of squash. I don't know what it is. And the dill is coming on strong. I'm probably going to have to thin these 2 pots of dill out. The Chinese radishes or watermelon radishes, they are looking really good, except for in this other planter. I think I've got some compacted soil in there. I'm going to have to see what's going on. I may change that out after these are done, but these right here, they are looking wonderful. And Mike, if you are watching this video, sir, these are for you. And let me get these planted and I'll show you how I do that. Well, this is my oregano from last year. Sometimes it makes it through the winter. It looks like this bottom one actually made it through the winter, but I'm going to pull all of these out. And they've got deep roots. They do really well. You know, if I had it in a different planter, these would come back every year. But I think the roots freeze over the winter time. And I'm just going to get these out right here. And I'm going to plant all new oregano. That's what this was right here. And let me get these roots out and we'll get some new oregano planted. I don't have a lot of the oregano seed. I'm going to start with it. And I'm just going to put it on the same place that I had it last year. I added some dirt into the planter. And these are very, very tiny seeds. So we're going to take these out of here. And I'm just going to add a couple of seeds to each one. And I always figure it's a gamble whether these are going to come up or not. They're so little. And that's it for the oregano. Maybe there's a couple more in there. Yes, there is. Get those out. Come on. And I'm not going to bury them or anything. They're so little. Now we're going to go into the basil, the type that I like, big leafy basil. And I just start on this side. And these are little seeds also, but not as little as the oregano. And I just drop them in. And I usually have really good luck with the basil. I usually get a good crop every year. And we're going to plant some on the bottom here of the oregano all the way across. I think I'll plant some on the back side too. See if it'll come up. The sun is over there and sometimes it doesn't do as well on the back. Let me get this last one planted. Well guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I've got to go to work this afternoon, but tomorrow I'll take you down by the cabbage and show you the row tunnel that we put up on the last video and show you how the cabbage is doing, and take you back down and let's see if we've got any peppers that are starting to come through. Until tomorrow, God bless you and God bless your family. Well, I don't know if this will help anybody, but this is the way I change my oil in my mowers. This is called, I think, a Wankenstein pump. Saw this on MASH about 20-25 years ago, and you just take two flexible tubes, one lower than the other, hook your end into a shop vac, which I just used a cheap 50-cent funnel, same size as a 3/8 OD tube that I used, and just hot glue gunned it in. And you basically create a vacuum in a 2-quart mason jar, and it sucks the oil right out of the mower without going into the shop vac, and really been a time saver for me and a lot less mess. But you know, guys, this is going to do it for the video. We'll go down and look at the cabbage next week. May God bless you and God bless your family. Have a good day.